inspired you, the theme of this film? Was it the people you talked to, maybe some events, stories?
It was definitely that the idea that I definitely wanted to make some kind of exorcist kind of movie, since I saw The Exorcist when I was little, but I didn't think that it was going to be like this. I thought it was going to be more, The Exorcist comes in and there's an exorcism and, holy water and stuff like that. And this was really inspired by the idea that my co-writer Jamie Nash came up with, which was like somebody videotapes themselves going through a possession. And I felt that there was this, even in, you look at throughout history and all the witches, the trials for witchcraft, and when you look back on it, it's like, well, it was probably really just psychosis. Something was wrong with them mentally, and they couldn't explain it. So I was intrigued by that, by it. Could that happen in modern times? Something that is totally psychological be attributed to demonic possession. But at the same time, hint at demonic possession. So that there is this possibility that there is something evil in this house that is, has affected her family and now is affecting Molly. And it also was inspired by a friend of mine that I met in college who had gone through abuse as a child. And she was a really interesting person, and she had decided to, not ignore it and not, not forget it, but instead to, really deal with it head on. And it was one of the first, not the first thing, but as soon as you got to know her, as soon as you got to know, started getting close, she would tell you, she told me. And I thought that was very brave, something that she was coming up. And I learned a lot from her. And for me, Molly kind of took a lot of traits of this woman that I knew, that, it's like Molly at the beginning of the movie, it seems like she moves in there and she wants, there's a little reluctance, there's a little fear, but it gets to a point where she wants to deal with this. She knows she has all this baggage and something happened to her in this house, and it feels like she's there no matter what happens to deal with it. And really, even though at the end of the movie she does, really bad things and you can't justify anything that she did, at the end of the movie she really does win in her own very twisted way. She does take control of the situation and deals with it, very effectively. So I was kind of interested in that, in doing a movie that kind of mixed the basic horror kind of premise of demonic possession, but then mixed in the psychological thriller and the idea of abuse, of child abuse in our society. So and then I lucked out that I got a great actress, and she just kind of blew me away with her performance and the subtlety of what she brought to it.
Your film